What's up, everybody? It's the Fire Specialist here, and welcome to more Pokemon Crystal. Last time, we got here to Blackstone City after doing a bit of exploring and went down and caught our 6th Pokemon in Skarmory. Along with that, we had our long-awaited 8th gym battle against Claire, beat her, and then had to go to the Dragon's Den, completed the Dragon Approval Test, and got our 8th badge along with Dragon Breath and a gift Dratini that if anyone wants to use, they can. Great start. First 30 seconds and I had like a nose sniffle. Today, we're going to continue to explore down Route 44 here on our way back to where this journey began. Before that though, I want to grab some items for something we gotta do. We might as well stock up on, we got 115,000 bucks. That amulet coin can definitely come in handy. Let's just grab 30 of them, why not? Just below 80,000. We have an amulet coin on somebody, right? Who do we have it on? You know what? We'll put it on Skarmory here off screen. But before we do that, let's take a look at our team right now. We haven't actually done like a team recap, but I think after 8 badges, see what we're working with. Skarmory did complete the off-screen training. We do have Skarmory though, level 34, currently with Fly, Swift, Peck, and Agility. Kadabra with Psybeam, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, and Recover. Sandslash for Dig, Rollout, Slash, and Defensive Curl. Dunsparce for Strength, Headbutt, Mudslap, and Glare. Lapras for Surf, Ice Beam, Parasong, and Body Slam. And our starter Meganium with Razor Leaf, Body Slam, Synthesis, and Reflect. Alright. And Gina's calling us. Yes, Gina, got time to chat? I picked up something nice today. She wants to give us a Leaf Stone. We have to remember that because we don't need it right now, but we'll go pick that up here soon then. But we'll go ahead and head on down here to Route 45. Sorry, not Route 44, Route 45. You will need to come down here multiple times. We'll throw on a repair. We'll probably have to probably buy some more here soon. Actually, yeah, definitely gotta buy some more here soon. But yeah, we'll have to come through here multiple times though. But we'll try and skip between trainers here because we got a lot of stuff to do today. Hiker Perry, my name is Perry and I lost my crumpet. Please tell me y'all get that reference. It's either lost my crumpet or lost my wiener, but I'm pretty positive both are used. And we don't actually have a steel type move yet. So let's go ahead and switch out to... and here we go for Kadabra. We might take a big hit here. But notice though, this is why the level curve is so rough. We're 8 badges in, the journey in Johto is pretty much done. And we're still fighting. This is the route after the 8th badge effectively. Pokemon now in the high 20s. Again, sorry about that. Asthma's a bitch. We did take the experience share off, of course. Hiker Perry was defeated. I'm the big loser. I've been trying to work on who else is calling me? Mama. Hi Fire, how are you? Fine, I'm shopping. Probably another super potion. That's the one we had last time. Then there was like a doll. So, yeah, you see there's some items and everything. What is your battle strategy? It is foolish to use strong moves indiscriminately. What kid is gonna know this 9, 10, 16 letter word? Indiscriminately? You think 10-year-olds use that word? Cool Trainer Kelly. Kelly Clarkson! Send out Meryl. Or Meryl, of course. Way above its evolutionary level, mind you. You should be an Azumarill at level 27. You technically should be an Azumarill at level 18. Go for the fly. Probably won't kill it, but we did put a protein and an iron on our Skarmory. Rollout. That was a threat, 5 badges ago, but not anymore. Go for the pet. They didn't use defense curl, but they can learn, by the way. And that next up is War Turtle, one of the Kanto starter Pokemon. Go for a fly. As it goes for withdrawal. Kind of reminds me of Ash vs. Conway, where Noctowl uses Sky Attack and they use withdrawal like 3 times. A Swift won't knock it out. A Fly will, but if we go for the Fly, they might withdraw. They don't, so a Fly will get the KO. And you have what, Meryl? There was 2 War Turtles. You have 2 War Turtles. And 1 Meryl. Odd. But you know what? That's okay though. We like odd here. No withdrawal, but this still won't knock it out. It'll probably bring it down to like a quarter. Around there. Yeah. Now a Swift will get the knockout. Look at so many Swift users on the team. We had a Sandslash that had it and then could relearn it. Because you have a Swift TM, Skarmory gets Swift. Which, because normal is physical, Swift's not a bad option. Oh, I forgot the Amulet coin. Hold on. I want my monies. We need the monies. Let's go all the way to the left first, and then we'll come back down here. You know, another time or 2. There's an item over here. The Nugget, that's 5,000 monies right there. Can't forget that. And is this like a max something? Oh, it's just a regular revive. Unfortunately, I feel like I know what you have. You have like Geodude and stuff, so I mean, we'll go and get the experience at least. Why do I climb mountains? Because they're there. Why do I train Pokemon? Because they're there. Why do I poop in the woods? Because they're there. Hiker Timothy. Sent out Nicholas. Oh, so you don't have, well, you probably do have like a Geodude or a Graveler. I mean, we can still, we don't even, probably, well, this is probably a 2-shot, but I mean, not too worried about Diglett. It's got 10 base HP. Yeah, look at that. And all the experience. And Doug Trio. Honestly, still not really worried. I mean, we'll go for the Fly. Yeah, Slash. I want to see in the Pokemon anime the Diglett line using Cut, Scratch, Slash, Night Slash, all those types of moves. That's what I want to see. I want to see how they animate it. Why do they get those moves? What were the creators thinking? How come no one has asked that in an interview? How come these Pokemon can learn these moves? I mean, it can be thought of that Ghastly gets the elemental punches through breeding because of you can't see its hands, and then when they evolve into Haunter, the hands become visible but not connected. Then when it evolves into Gengar, its full shape takes form. You know, that's what we need somebody to draw. What these invisible hands of Ghastly look like. And we got Fury Attack. He can hit 2 to 5 times. Thankfully, we only get 2. Let's see which bird is better, the Fearow or the Skarmory. Fearow is normally the bird of choice people use, but we're using Skarmory this time around. And we'll finish it off with a Swift. Leer, and it just fails. You can't Leer Steel type. Actually, you can, but this time you couldn't. 1041 Skarmory gets up to level 35. Defensive 110. And it's a Tauros. That is a interesting Pokemon to see all the way out here. I can definitely respect it though. We used one in Pokemon Yellow. So great avail too with Hyper Beam and Fire Blast. Obviously now the special stat is split, so don't really know how far you're going to get with a Fire Blast Tauros in Gen 2, but I mean, they're there. I know it's probably not fun to hear a cough on camera, but I mean, I apologize. We'll just go for the Swift. Look at that. Our current team member beating a previous team member. Get a lot of experience for that. And one more, you have Primate, the pig monkey Pokemon. A Pokemon that's also on a lot of Generation 1 teams, just basically because of its early access, ease of taking down Brock's Pokemon, and then it's a decent evolutionary level. I think it evolves at like 28. Very happy it got an evolution in Scarlet and Violet for a ghostly fighting type, by the way. I did use Annihilate my first time through Scarlet and Violet, and I absolutely loved it. And we're going down here. I'm pretty positive down here you can access sooner rather than later. And because of such things, they are going to be quite lower leveled. Yeah, level 46. These are just like apical trees or something like that. Yeah, these two, they're not that strong. I'll show you guys their first Pokemon, and then besides that, they're not really gonna be needed to be seen, I guess. Alright, first guy here. Why do I feel like one of these people has 5 Pokemon? Kid with 1. Has Minky. Super effective crit Psybeam. Yeah, it's not that high of a level. What? What? It's like the King of the Hill guy. What? No, I sell propane. In XP, we can sell it. Well, I'm glad I was wrong. I'm glad no one here happened to have 5 Pokemon. Because that would have just sucked. Aaron with 2 Pokemon, still low level though. Level 16. She had 2 Ponytas, another crit, Kadabra. You're holding the amulet coin, not a lens with a scope on it. And what is down here but where you can capture your early Geodude. Yeah. Since we are right here, I say we fly back on up and try and get on down the mountain faster. Right here, after your first decision to go right or left, you have another decision, left or right. And we'll go this way. Be prepared for anything. Let me see if your Pokemon have been raised properly. Why do I feel like someone here has like a Pidgeot and an Electabuzz? Hiker Eric has Machop. And we don't need to show this. It's a level 24. Machop goes down and Kadabra gets to level 35. 98 special attack. We're almost there with that special attack. And that's 1, 2, 3 down. That's the amazing thing about having good coverage. Even though Graveler doesn't really have that high of a special defense stat anyway. Probably take it down in 1 or 2 Psybeams. Oh yes, and we forgot to put on the Repel. Again, sorry. Skarmory cannot be found at night, by the way. It's only a 5% chance at morning and day. We continue to go on down here, and I know let's not skip this item, or we have to go back again. Max Potion. Because you know I'm not going to buy them myself. We should be able to go around down here. And there's this guy. I was training here alone. Behold the fruits of my labor. I feel like in a rematch, this guy has like Machamp. But Kenji here has Machoke. Every time I say Machoke or see Machoke, I cannot stop thinking about Maryland's Pokemon Diamond Adventure. Where he's like, and it's another Machoke. This is, no wait, he talks about all of the, Steelix in the gym. He's like, this is just as bad as that one gym with all those Machoke. Just the way he says that, I don't know why. The reflection on that just sounds funny to me. But I'm pretty positive if you fight him in a rematch, he'll have like different Pokemon. And I want to go to the right, I think. Yes, I do. Yo, you're spunky. You know what? When it comes to sheer spunkiness, I'm the man. You know, Pokemon has used past terms and past lines from games in the anime, I think, to create new things for Pokemon, like with the abilities. I know during the match with Ash vs. Gary, the announcer says Heracross blew the flames away on Guts alone. That right there, and of course, don't forget, you got all the times they said Ghost Pokemon levitate around, and then you got the Ghastly line, and Mischievous line, and Duskull and Dusclops, well not Dusclops, Duskull, who gets Levitate. Like, the first 4 Ghost types get Levitate, and then another Ghost type in Gen 3 gets Levitate? Yeah. So many Ghost types are immune to ground because of that. But, I'm surprised there's not like a sheer spunky ability or spunkiness ability or something like that. A Golem, though. That's a rare find. I mean, it's another critical hit Kadabra. It's perfectly level too. You can legally get level 25 Golem. That's fun to see, actually. Hiker Michael was defeated. It was a Mike earlier, I think. Now a Michael. Alright. And yeah, I thought so. We already fought this guy. So we'll go on down here. And you know what? Let's get this just in case. It's a mystery berry. And is that... Yeah, I think that might be it until we have to go back down one last time. Route 46. That is, of course, Dark Cave. Yeah, there's one person right here. Alright, I'll show you the power of mountain Pokemon. I knew there was someone with 5 Pokemon around here. Five level 13 Geodudes. Mercy, you showed me your power. Why did you need 5 Geodudes? And the Karat, once again. See you guys back at Blackthorn. Alright, we have to go down here, I think, just one more time. This guy. Honestly, I think this is like the last guy we have to fight. Because pretty much the rest of the route past this guy is about the same, I want to say. You have 2 Pokemon. And they are Pidgeot. There is a guy with a Pidgeot. Severely lower levels, but that's what makes this game interesting and fun. You get to fight level 25 Pidgeot. We'll go for an Ice Punch, though. I mean, if you're under-leveled, you're going to get blown back by a sense of wow. And Electabuzz. Yeah, this guy is an interestingly powerful trainer with Pidgeot and Electabuzz. Ooh, and we don't... Hey, we get the confusion, though. Attack yourself. No, they set up a very late light screen. That will cut our Psybeam in half, but I think that's a little bit too late, though, Electabuzz. By the way, if you don't watch the anime, you need to pull up the original Electabuzz cry. It is comical. And we get level 37 with a special attack of 103. And Ryan was defeated. You've won my respect. Hey! Congratulations, your Kadabra evolved into Alakazam. Yes, like I've said, I might have said, I'm not sure. I use the No Trade Evos ROM because I don't have proper ways of recording Let's Plays, but I will use the ROM so I can. And Kadabra is a Trade Evolution Pokemon. If you're playing on actual hardware, you could have done this back at level 16. But I think a good little back and forth here is the fact that for people that don't use the evolved forms, you can see Kadabra has gotten us through the game. But now we're putting our time with Kadabra with the first 8 battles of the game, and now we have Alakazam, the early gen powerhouse, with a special attack of 114 and a speed of 102. Yeah, I am very happy about that. I wasn't sure when it was going to evolve, so was kind of holding out on that. But now we gotta really focus on Dunsparce, Sandslash, and Skarmory. Anthony's called us when I was going through bag stuff off screen. Bye, you're still awake? This is Anthony, the hiker. Your Pokemon is feisty as ever. My Geode and me, we have energy to burn. Was kinda hoping he would ask us for a battle. He never asked us when we needed him to. I guess I'll go ahead and just say it. I mean, if we get it to happen, it'll happen. I don't know if it will now, though. I think it has to be between a certain badge point. But if you battle him, I want to say after you fight. It's not Morty, I don't think. I want to say after you get to Arlovine when you battle Anthony in a rematch. He has a Machamp, not even Machoke. But then on subsequent rematches after that, he has Machoke. So it's very interesting indeed. And I kind of wanted to show that off. And yeah, the rest of this area is going to be the same. So, I will see you guys back down at the bottom. Alright, we've seen this place 3 times now. Let's go home. Go on to Route 20. No, why am I? Okay, yeah, actually, you know what? That's not bad. It's not so bad, 'cause we can just go right through here. It's not so guaranteed like in Generation 1, you just go down every single ledge. Welcome back to New Bucktown. Professor Elm has been waiting for us. Hi, Fire! Thanks to you, my research is going great. Take this as a token of my appreciation. He gives us the Master Ball. This is a, relatively speaking, I know there's the whole lottery, but this is a one-of-a-kind Pokeball. You will only get one this easily per playthrough, unless again, you play the lottery extensively. It is a 100% Pokeball. You can catch your Pokemon without fail. Don't use it on trainers Pokemon. Don't be that guy. It's wild Pokemon only. It's given only to recognized Pokemon researchers. I think you can make better use of it than I can, Fire. Yeah, he gives you a guaranteed capture Pokeball. Now, I know videos have been kind of long here lately, but I promise they're gonna get a lot shorter. Kind of here in a bit. We want to fly over to Ecruteak City. Make sure you are stocked up on balls, especially the Ultra Balls. Now, you can do this before the 8th badge. You can do this before even going to Ice Path. I don't recommend doing that though, because you need Ultra Balls. I mean, I've done it both ways before, but I wanted to do it this way, just to kind of tie the story together a bit better. This guy will continue to block you. You want to talk to him. A momentous event has occurred. I beg your pardon, but I must ask you to leave. Ah, the sound of that clear bell. It's sublime. I've never heard such a beautiful sound before. That bell's chime is indicative of the bearer's soul. You may be able to make it through Tin Tower. Please do go on. We got another floor right here, and we got some guards we gotta take care of. This would be the Dunsparce show. Why not? Let's see. Legend has it that upon the emergence of a trainer who has the ability to touch the souls of Pokemon, a Pokemon will come forth to put that trainer to test at the Tin Tower. That legend has come true. That legendary Pokemon Suicune has arrived. We, the wise trio, shall test your willingness to go inside. Yeah, we gotta do a back-to-back-to-back battle gauntlet. Sage Gaku. They all have 2 Pokemon, and they all lead with Noctowl. Normal flying type level 32. Dunsparce should be able to take care of Noctowl's lower physical defense. Maybe a strength or 2, or probably at least 2. Hypnosis. We could be asleep for a little while here. And we wake right up. Nice. Only had like a turn to be asleep. Go for another strength. And that is it for Noctowl. And this first one has Flareon. Just like the Kimono Girls, these 3 have the original trio of evolutions. Level 32, fire type here. We'll just go for the strength again. Go for a bite. That is unfortunately for you special in this game. So even bite won't be able to use your higher physical attack. Honestly, the best move Flareon probably gets is just like normal type attacks. And Shadow Ball. Stronger than we thought, perhaps. So it is you who claim to have seen Suicune, Entei, and Raikou while they slept. Unbelievable. Legend has it they can't be seen while they sleep. Can you be trusted with the truth? I must ascertain your worthiness. Now that you know what their Pokemon are, I say we skip to the better Pokemon, which is the evolutions. Sage Massa. Noctowl goes down, and Dunsparce grows to level 35. There is a Reflect Up, unfortunately. So, Jolteon, what can you do? Let's Mud Slap. How much does Mud Slap do? Oh, a double kick. You are not physical by any means, so this won't hurt too bad. We'll go for the Mud Slap, though. There is still a Reflect in play. Accuracy will fall. Let's go for the strength. I guess they're just going to target us with the super effective move. That is a base 60 move, and they are doing good damage. Unfortunately, that Reflect is still up. Not anymore, though. This should KO unless they get a crit. They got a crit. And we survive on 4. Do we knock it out, though? Yes, we do. Awesome. Dunsparce is getting some good experience, but now we gotta switch. I will tell you the truth. In the past, there were 2 9-tier towers here. The Brass Tower, which was said to awaken Pokemon, and the Tin Tower, where Pokemon were said to rest. The view from the tops of the towers must have been magnificent. At the time, an immense silver-colored Pokemon was said to make its roost atop the Brass Tower. However, about 150 years ago, a lightning bolt struck one of the towers. It was engulfed in flames that raged for 3 days. A sudden downpour finally put out the blaze, and that is how the Burn Tower came to be. Battle number 3, let me see your power. Koji starts out with, of course, Noctowl. And you know it, you love it, it's Vaporeon. We're gonna use Fly. I was gonna go into Sand Slash and try like a rollout combo, but I don't know if we would be able to outlast the whole battle. Our Fly's doing good damage though. Vaporeon is one of the bulkier of the evolutions, especially in HP. And you can tell it's bulky if you play Pokemon Stadium. I swear Vaporeon don't go down easily in Stadium. Which I think it has I think it's their special defense is higher than its physical defense. And because of the weaknesses of electric and grass both being special, it is a pain to take out even with super effective moves. You're almost best to hit a really strong normal move on, like Double Edge. Almost done with 36, but he is defeated. Too strong, why? Are you the trainer who is awaited by the legendary Pokemon? I see. We, the Wise Trio, have been given the responsibility of protecting the legendary Pokemon. We are to allow passage only to those people who have possessed the power of soul, the power and soul of truth. Not like a heart and soul? Please do go on and enter the tin tower ahead. Suicune will put you to the test. Next time on Pokemon Crystal, we go in here and face Suicune one more time. See you guys then.